Welcome to another episode, season 2 of the Good Guys. Season 2 of the Good Guys podcast. We're going to try this again. Last season, if you're wondering, only lasted about 2 episodes, 2 or 3 episodes. And, but we're back. That's the important thing. So we're going to try to do this thing again. I am still Brandon Dixon, a humble father of 4 and a happily married man. And as usual, I am here with none other than the Honorable, the Reverend Joshua D.
Hey, that's me, man. I'm glad to be here, man. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. We're glad to have you here. We've been gone for about a year. We took some time off from the podcast. A lot has happened since then, most notably of which I joined the military. So that's why we've been gone, or a large part of the reason why we've been gone. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. You know, I do what I can. And, you know, a lot of people may be wondering, do you kill people or have you killed anyone? And the answer, is no.
I don't even think he gets any action at all, everybody.
You know what? Here's the thing. My job is a little bit more on the logistical side of things. Okay, so I provide the people who actually, you know, do those missions with the things that they need.
like what? Like what stuff, man?
Well, you know, there's toilet paper. That's all. You need, you know, you may need markers. You may need maps. And so
you mean to tell me you don't? Do you carry a gun?
Well, on a day-to-day basis, no, I do not. But as the, you know, great psalmist Tupac said, I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
Hey, man, I'm pretty sure they push you a lot.
As much as it pains you to admit or face the fact, technically speaking, I am a trained killer. Okay. Moving on.
Okay, I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and hold my jokes for later.
Anyway,
tell me you give them toilet tissue?
Yes, Josh. My job is unit supply specialist, okay? And sometimes I order toilet tissue because I'm good at my job.
A unit supply specialist?
Unit supply specialist. And because I'm good at my job, Josh, I have managed to order 2-ply toilet paper for the soldiers.
Well, I'm glad our soldiers, you know, they wipe with soft tissues, bro. I'm glad you get them 2-ply.
Those are some of the things that you don't think about, you know. You think about the soldiers out there shooting.
I'm sure those soldiers in Afghanistan is like, man, that BD, man, he's a great unit supply specialist.
They're probably wish they had me as a unit supply specialist because I can get 2-ply toilet paper. A lot of unit supply specialists can't.
You got a direct connect at Charlotte?
Don't worry about it. I do not have a direct connect in Charlotte.
No, not Charlotte. I said Charmin.
Just no. Oh, Charmin. No.
Okay, sorry. I'm ruining the podcast. Sorry.
All that matters is that it's 2-ply. And, yeah. Are you opening your door?
I am recording this podcast at a remote location that I cannot disclose.
Oh. Say no more. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. Well, let me ask you this, because the people may not know, I am the best worst friend that a guy could ever have. I know nothing of what you have going on there with Unplug Charlotte, other than the fact that you guys meet up every Thursday. Yeah. So tell the people what you've got going on right now with Unplug.
Well, right now Unplug is in its 9th year, none of the years in which Brandon was a part of. But anyway, it's been 9 years since I've been doing Unplug, man. I started at the campus of Oral Roberts University in a book that I wrote some years ago. But now we're going into our 10th year. Our goal now is to get ourselves in position to possibly get ourselves a facility in the next 2 years. We're in a process now of releasing some great discipleship resources. So we want to be more of a discipleship resource provider, helping the believer become strengthened in their walk with God and really providing a resource that's going to actually help them grow, man. And so I just basically our mission is to reach, coach, to send out. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys already know, but right now We got about 3 or 4 more services or workshops, I like to call them, before the new year. But we're getting ourselves ready for a very, very big Pale mentoring program starts January 17th. We're going to be mentoring 40 to 50 kids at the school that I work at Briarwood Elementary. We're going to be, hopefully, our max is going to be 50 students, but every Wednesday from January 17th, 14 weeks, we're going to be mentoring some kids. So that's the next big project for Unplug. I'm excited about it, getting these kids understanding their purpose and becoming creative. A lot of programs get kids focused on college. Before we get them to college, we got to first connect them to their art form, whatever God has given them the gift to do. So that's basically what our mission is at the moment. But that's pretty much it, bro. Pretty sure you're just as learning this information new like everyone else. But it's okay. I mean, some best friends are, they're not all packaged the same. Some best friends are there with you through thick and thin. BD is not there at all. He's not there.
I am there. Okay. I am there.
He's never there.
With moral support from a distance.
This man don't even, he learns about my stuff about a year after y'all find out. Right now, if you're a new listener, you just found out as much, if not more, than Brandon already knows. So congratulations. All of y'all are my best friends. Thank you.
You know what it is? You have so much going on, Josh. You do such a great job. You're in the community.
I talk to you every week,
You're doing so many great things.
I talk to you every week.
We do talk every week.
We talk every week, and you mean to tell me, bro, you can't even check out a couple of my stories, bro? You mean to tell me, man, you can't even scroll by and say, what's my boy J.E. up to? He's touching lives, man.
Well, here's the thing. As I'm sure the people know, I have 4 kids. So that does not afford me a lot of free time, okay, to browse social media on a regular basis.
Right.
So, when I do get on social media, I'm normally checking out like a popular meme or a variety of other things that may stroke my interest.
All right.
So so that would be why.
I understand, man.
Why, Josh? We do the best we can.
Yeah.
All right. So, back by popular demand is a segment that I like to call the weekly airing of grievances.
All right.
Where we have the opportunity to air out something that is just really getting on your nerves, really grinding your gears, and really pushing you to the edge.
Yeah.
And in honor of the holiday season, my weekly airing of grievances, Josh, is Black Friday.
Why is that, man?
I'm glad you asked.
All right.
So, let me preface this by saying that, as you know, Josh, I'm one of the cheapest people you'll ever find in life. So, right now, I have the iPhone 5S.
You have the what?
While most people, the iPhone 5S.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Well, hey,
Oh, my bad. I'm ruining your segment. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. It's perfectly fine. Most people are trying to get the iPhone X, which is really 10. I don't know how they skipped 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they have 8. I don't know how they skipped 9. But anyway, people are trying to get 10. People are trying to get 8. I am trying to get 6. All right.
Yeah.
So there was a Black Friday special at Walmart.
Really?
For Straight Talk Wireless, which is
I'm with them too. Yeah.
Exactly. So according to the ad, at 6:00 is when you come, and you can get the iPhone 6 for, I think it was $121.
Really?
Yeah, it was a pretty good deal. So I was gonna get one for the wife.
Okay, look at that.
She wanted me to get one as well, but I said I'm not paying all that money for 2 of them. You're gonna get one, and I'll stick with my 5S. So we go out to Walmart, playing some holiday music on the way there. It's after Thanksgiving. We can officially bump the a little Mariah Carey, a little Whitney Houston Christmas action going on there. And rest in peace, one of the greatest singers and entertainers of all time. All time. Absolutely. So we're on the way there. We get to Walmart. We go in Walmart. I go to the section where the iPhone 6 is supposed to be. And lo and behold, there are no iPhone 6s available.
Wow.
Now, we got there at 5:30, Josh. 5:30. Now, I went to Walmart earlier in the day because, of course, you always forget something that you need for your meal at the last minute. Thankfully, Walmart is always there, readily available with everything that you need for your holiday meal at everyday low prices. So, I went earlier in the day, had to pick up a few items, and they had the Black Friday stuff, and it was like wrapped up in like brown paper or whatever. It was like in the aisles, but you could see that it was the Black Friday stuff, and they said you can't get it until 6 o'clock. All right, cool. I'll come back at 6. I'll get there early.
Hold up, is this 6 in the morning or 6 in the afternoon?
This is 6 in the afternoon. As you know, Walmart has ruined Thanksgiving. They have no moral compass. They have completely destroyed Thanksgiving for families. So now they do Black Friday on Thanksgiving Day.
That might just be Walmart trying to survive Amazon.
That's true, because Amazon is coming.
Yeah.
Neither here nor there. We got there at 5:30 p.m. The phones were gone. All right. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on because the ad says 6 o'clock. Yeah. I talked to a store associate. I say, hey, the ad said that we could get the iPhone 6 at 6 p.m. It is now, looked at my watch, 5:40. Why are there no iPhone 6s available? Well, sir, people just started taking the wrapping off of the Black Friday stuff and taking the items, and instead of, causing that kind of a riot, we just let them do it. What? Where did they do that?
Yeah, not at Target.
So, exactly. They would not have stood for that at Target.
What?
But at Walmart, what you basically just told me, ma'am, is that you did not want those problems, and you let them take Black Friday stuff before 6 p.m.
Who do they have at the front lines? You need a strong individual to tell people no. What?
It's Black Friday.
Man, if it was White Friday, no, I'm joking.
You know what? And you know what? Here's the problem. Here's the problem, Josh. I'm no longer in Charlotte. All right? I joined the military, and I'm up here in New York. And I'm not in the part of New York that you all are thinking. Times Square, all that stuff. No. I'm in Watertown, New York. We are as north as you can possibly get. Like, Canada is literally 30 minutes away. So, had this been in Charlotte, I'm willing to bet that they would have had security in place with the proper street credentials that would deter people from making
a unit support specialist, I'm sure.
What are you talking about?
They probably needed you, man. They needed you in position. A unit support specialist? Bruh.
Where?
Yeah, man, they needed to call the military in, bruh. That's serious.
They probably did, but in Charlotte.
Oh, you're talking about Charlotte. Oh, okay.
Now you have.
So you mean to tell me this Walmart wasn't
that's what
hood?
I said.
The Walmart was hood, or was it, good side of town?
No, that's where I'm going with this whole thing. I'm in northern New York.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So in Charlotte, I'm willing to bet the Walmarts have the proper people in place.
Yeah, man.
With the proper street
credentials. This their first Thanksgiving with a Walmart, bro. So that's probably what it was.
I was just beside myself. I'm pretty mad. I'm still. Actually, right now I'm without a phone. I'm using my wife's phone. But
hey, man.
I'm not proud of it.
Hey, man. Well, 6 is the devil's number. So maybe.
Wait. Wow.
Hey, man. Y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a reverend, a preacher. The Lord wants you to get an iPhone 7, my brother. But
for 7,
you get what you pay for, man. You know good and well. You know how Apple does, man. As soon as they come down, now us 5S people, we're in trouble, bro. We're about to be extinct, bro. they about to mess our phones up. They about to say, you know what? Okay, we're banning y'all. and we need y'all to upgrade or die. That's what they're gonna start saying. Upgrade or die.
I believe it. And that's another thing that gets on my nerves about these smartphones. They're so fragile.
Yeah.
Like my phone, I barely got the tiniest bit of water in the phone. And now the touchscreen won't work. So I'm supposed to go out and buy another $500, $600 phone when they're just going to come out with another version of the phone next year that does the exact same thing.
But honestly, can't you just go to another Walmart? I'm pretty sure it's, $159, maybe not $129. It might be $159 now.
The iPhone 6, the regular price is $200.
Ah, gotcha. That's a good deal. $200 to $129.
Exactly. So that's why I'm mad that Walmart did not uphold its advertisement.
Hey, man.
If that's the case, I could have just got the phone when I went early in the morning, just tore it off and walked out.
Hey, man, but you in the military, man. You are supposed to have a different mindset, my brother. Us civilians, man, we don't care. See, that's your problem, bro. You forgot to be a civilian. You lost your instincts, man. You lost your instincts, bro. If you would have kept a civilian mindset, bro, you saw a little Ray move the tag, you would have moved the tag. But no, man, you wanted to be an upstanding, serve the community. The community don't serve you, bro.
Right.
You out here giving two-ply tissue to soldiers. Do they say thank you? If your own brothers don't say thank you, what makes you think civilians are going to wait till 6 o'clock when they know good and well Big Shirley ain't doing nothing to stop them from turning off the Black Friday tag? Excuse me. If you're Shirley and you're overweight, I ain't mean to say Big Shirley. Miss Shirley. Miss Shirley. Man, listen, man. Do you think she wanted to be at work that day? No. Do you think she wanted them problems? No. Do you think she wanted to get sit and slapped and pushed away and be a part of that action? No. What she did was she let everyone get their phones. My problem is what happened to the second line of command? Like when you get to the register, are y'all see?
Yeah, how exactly? You know what? See, and that's the problem. They have the self-checkouts now, so they probably just grabbed it and went through the self-checkout.
Hey, man, shout outs to all them people that did it the right way. Breaking the rules, man, because right now, breaking the rules got them a phone.
Wait, did you just say... You completely lost me on that.
Listen, man.
I thought you was going to say did it the right way like
no,
me.
You did it Do you have a phone,
Brandon? Actually expected to get a phone.
Do you have a phone? So did you do it the right way, sir? The people who did it the wrong way are enjoying their iPhone 6 right now. Listen, man, sometimes you got to go get it, man. Sometimes you got to go. You go get it, bro. Forget the rules, man.
You got to go get it.
You got to go get it, bro. You over there watching people go get it. Over there whistling down aisle 5. Oh, this would be nice to bring home to the wife. I'm thinking about this. Looking at sheets, looking at towels. while our people, civilians, are over here saying, no, I want this iPhone 6. My baby has been on that iPhone 1 for years now. This is for my baby. You ain't had that same energy, bro. You should have known good and well, man. Most people break the rules on Black Friday. Have you not seen the videos, man? People getting stomped out.
And that's exactly
why
this is exactly why this is on the weekly airing of grievances, because I don't like that.
Man, do
okay?
You know good?
That's not how it's supposed to work.
Now you gotta
not how it's supposed to work.
Walk around with that block-looking 5S. While everybody got them nice smooth-edged phones. Do you know how weird people look at my phone? They be like, "Man, you still got that?" Yes, I do.
Dude, they be like, why is it so small?
Like,
I'm like, it's an
when
iPhone.
When I'm taking pictures, do anything, they be like, man, we can't see your phone, man. Your hand, man. Like, man, why this phone so small? Yeah. Lord, texting on this phone is the most worst thing ever, man. I'm like, do not text me, bro. My thumbs cover like 4 buttons, bro. I can't.
You got to use that index finger, man. You got to use that
Looking like
index
somebody's
finger.
grandpa over there using my index finger.
Yeah, you got to tap
And
away at that
man,
thing.
because my brain goes faster than my thumbs, man. But anyway, man, I'm sorry for you, man. If that was me, bro, I would have joined my other civilians, man, and went and go get it, bro.
You know what? That's a life lesson that I'm going to take from this. All right. Sometimes in life, when you want something,
listen, man, you got four sons, bro. You know good well there's gonna come an age where there's gonna be one chicken wing left, bro. What you gonna do?
That's a whole different.
I'm just saying,
bro.
I think you've lost what it means to be a civilian, man. It's survival out here, bro.
You're right.
Anyway, man,
You're right.
Let's go. Let's keep it.
Yeah. We'll move on. All right. I've gotten all upset, hot and bothered over this whole situation, but we're gonna keep it moving. So one of the phenomenon that have happened over the past year that has taken the world by storm is the Ball family.
Oh man, the goats.
There's so much to unpack here. Like there's so much to talk about. But as I'm sure most people know, LaVar Ball is a black man, a very black man. One could go as far as to say he is the essence of a black man in America.
If you don't got a black man like this in your family, you don't have a black family.
You're doing something wrong.
Did something wrong, bro. Well, unless he's dead. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. All right, so he's got 3 sons. These dudes can hoop. You got Lonzo. You've got the middle son, LiAngelo. Not as good, but he's still nice. And you've got LaMelo, who is cold as well. He's still in high school. LaVar is loud, unapologetic, plays by his own rules. And a lot of people have a problem with that. Some people have a problem with the way that he, raises his sons and he's involved in their life. I personally don't see anything wrong with it. Well, here's the thing. Like, people talk about black men, and how we don't take care of our kids and we're not around. And then we've got a black man in LaVar Ball who is very involved in his family's life. Some would say too involved. You know what? I don't think you can be too involved.
You can't be too involved, man.
So, LaVar Ball. Well, okay. Let's talk about this. So, the middle son, LiAngelo, goes over to China. He's playing at UCLA right now, playing basketball at UCLA. They were over in China to play, I think, Georgia Tech, an exhibition game or something like that. Anyway, he and 2 of his teammates go into what store was it? Was it Louis Vuitton or what? Goes into the Louis store and steals some sunglasses in China. Now, the level of stupidity that that's at a level of stupidity that I can't even fathom right now. Like, when you go over to China, what you don't want to do is get.
Bro, do you understand what kind of privilege you have to think you could roll up into it? They think China is Cancun. That's what they think.
Right.
They thought China was Cancun, Turks and Caicos, Jamaica, Bahamas. That's what they thought. That's what they thought China was. But honestly, these kids don't pay attention in geography class. These kids don't pay attention when it talks about communism and other countries.
Hey, that's exactly what I'm like. Yo, they must have missed that part of school, because when I was going through school, I learned that China, it ain't no democracy over there, bro.
They saw these nice, pretty cities. They saw all them skyscrapers. Like, this like home. This is man, no. Man, do you understand? People can talk crazy about Trump and not get in trouble here. Man, you do something stupid over there, that's it, bro. Well, how many 5 to 10 years for shoplifting? Man, they need to start passing out manuals, dog, at airports. Talking about this. Proceed with caution.
I'm trying to tell you, like, if I'm UCLA's coach, you might want to give your players a brief before y'all want to look. look, we not in the States,
See.
okay? This ain't a democracy. It's communism over
I don't
here.
even blame the.
You want to play around and
Man,
do
it
some
was the
stupid
coach.
stuff? We playing this game. You come back to the hotel, and we are going home.
It's the coach's fault, bruh. See, sometimes coaches just assume that these kids ain't stupid. I think that's the problem. They assume these kids ain't dumb, bruh. Have you met ball players? Have you met athletes,
Right.
man? They ain't all LeBron, bruh. They are not all LeBron, Chris Paul. They not on the level of them.
Mm-mm.
They know ball is life. That's the tagline. Ball is life. That's all they know.
That should tell you all you need to know.
They know. Who, man, they girlfriends did their homework. Teachers let them get by.
Right.
Man, they don't know nothing.
They weren't paying attention in history
They don't
class.
pay attention.
Somebody
do
wrote
they
those
understand?
papers for
Have
them.
they ever seen a Chinese person on social media? Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram not even allowed in that country.
Right.
That's 2 billion people, bruh. When was the last time you saw some Asians, bruh? From China talking about here am I. Unless you're touring, like you're a tourist. But man, man, these kids are not smart these days, bruh.
Not at all. Not at all. So, upon getting arrested for stealing said sunglasses, Donald Trump, President Donald Trump. By the way, last time we had a podcast, the idea of Donald Trump being a president was a complete joke.
And it happened.
I did not think it was going to happen.
Bro. I tried to
it
tell
actually
you,
happened. So, a year later, President Donald Trump was over in China, and he happened to, so he says, negotiate with the Chinese government over there and got the UCLA players released. To which LaVar Ball,
being a black man that he is,
being the black man that he is, when they asked him about how he felt about Donald Trump getting his sons out of prison, he said, "Who?"
Oh man.
The
level of disrespect Americans have for the office of the presidency. Honestly, bro, if I was in it, listen, man. I honestly, the media has made LaVar 2.0, has made the LaVar now. Like, honestly, to me, I don't know the details. I don't know if President Trump did anything. I don't know if LaVar is just like, but honestly, as a black business owner, he's probably thinking, okay, if I give too much props to Trump, what will happen to my brand? If I fight Trump, what will happen to my brand? And so, but honestly, there's a middle ground. Whether you, in my opinion, whether you voted for Trump or didn't vote for Trump.
Right.
If someone got your kid out of a communist prison, I mean, bruh, a little head nod, a little dap, a little yo, Trump, I appreciate you. You don't got to do a 5-paragraph and you know, and bow down to the man, but just say, hey, yo, man, Trump, I appreciate you, because you know, Trump don't got trigger fingers. He got Twitter fingers, bruh. He's gonna go right to Twitter. Well, he got people that got trigger fingers, but that's what happens when you're the president. You don't got to pull no trigger. But what I'm trying to say is, you know he's gonna go to Twitter, bruh.
Plot specialist,
bruh. You just provide Charmin tissue, bruh. You don't provide. You. What would you like today, sir? Would you like the 2-ply or 1-ply? I got the new.
Of our country.
I got
in the capacity in which I am required to do so.
That ain't been released yet, man. I got that new. Hey, come look at my 5S phone. The new Charmin commercial. I got it, bro. I want you to see this. They ain't even put it on YouTube.
You know what? We're not gonna do this. I don't have to take this.
You the one told me. You could have lied to me, B. You could have. There you go. Being an upstanding citizen, you could have just said, "Yo, man, I provide my soldiers with clips. I provide my soldiers with ammunition."
I do.
No,
I do that
but
too.
Why was the first thing tissue? What did you?
Well, they're not necessarily shooting people on a daily basis. Bruh, right now we're not deployed.
Bruh, you could have said, "I provide them with books. I provide them with with support. That's all you could have said was support, and let the people's minds wonder what that support is.
Well, you know what, Josh? I try to be an upstanding citizen.
Bruh,
I try to be honest.
now people
Okay?
think you soft, bruh. Now people just, you've been gone for a year.
Just know that I'm a trained killer. That's all.
Cool, man. A conditioned unit support specialist. That's all you.
You're making up names. That's not even the title.
Bruh, you conditioned. That's all you are. All soldiers are in shape. It don't mean you let that chopper fly.
Anyway, back to LaVar Ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's hilarious that he gave Trump no credit whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can't say I completely blame him, because Trump is like, okay, first of all, like normally, like, okay, if a president did something like that, you know, like I don't know, like they might make it known that they did it, but I don't think they would demand like thanks from
the
people.
I think Trump,
like they're like, you know,
I think Trump's MO is all of everything we want to do but don't do. Everything we want to say but don't say. And so I think as him as an individual, I think he's the type of guy that's like, he's going to say what he feels, because honestly, most people nobody cares if I go to Twitter to a degree and say this person did this to me. But all of us have been affected when disrespected. You see what I'm saying? So except for him, he's like, oh, I'm the wrong one to disrespect, because I'm gonna get my core fan base after you. I'm gonna get my core fan, and that's what Trump does. And I think that's, you know, people are made differently, and I just think he's the type of president that says what he feels, does what he feels, and is unapologetic. And I think honestly that resonates with a lot of people in this country.
Oh, it does. It does. Yeah, it's definitely different. It's not what you expect normally from a president of the United States, but that's the way he rolls.
That's the way he rolls, man.
It's also the way LaVar Ball rolls. So I think they're kind of like birds of the same feather, but they're just on different sides.
Honestly, bro, point, I guess. I think if he's not careful, that big baller brand is going to be diluted, man.
You think so?
Because it's one. If Zoe was balling, you know what I'm saying? Like we got another 3 years before we see Melo. About time 2020 comes, we're gonna have a new election, so that's gonna drown out LaMelo. It's all the hype's gonna be President Trump versus Joe Biden or whoever's on the Democratic side. And then, I mean, if Zoe was averaging a triple-double and was balling, the big baller brand would have been moving. But ever since Zoe declined in his gameplay, we're not paying that much attention. Like I used to watch, because I bought the NBA League Pass. I was watching just to see Lonzo prove the haters wrong, because I actually root for Lonzo to succeed. But his style of play and his jump shot, he may not grow to the ball player he's supposed to be until 2 years.
Right.
And so what you gonna do?
Doesn't help.
Or both of these people have appeared on WWE. So could this have all been a marketing scheme? Maybe Trump and LaVar was cool and was like, "Yo, Trump, hey, my stuff, I need some attention, man." I wouldn't be surprised, man, because one thing we know about LaVar, he's a marketing genius.
Yeah, I do feel like that's a large part of the reason why he, responded the way he did, because he definitely could have, he didn't have to kiss.
Bruh,
he didn't have to bow down to Trump.
Bruh, that's the wrong tree, bruh. He's been barking. He barked up Jordan's tree. He barked up LeBron's tree. He barked up Charles Barkley's tree. When you bark up President Trump's tree, bruh, that's Russian roulette, bruh. That's Russian roulette.
But that's exposure, unparalleled.
Man, but you saw what happened to Jamel. You saw what happened. Listen, man. Listen,
shut down for a
Trump
couple
got
weeks.
shooters, bruh. Trump got a fan base as solid as Eminem, probably. Like Trump got a solid fan base, bruh. And the thing, okay, there's one thing. Black support and other support are two different types of supports.
Right.
Well, I'm probably gonna get into this conversation. But what I'm trying to say is, bruh, man, when you make Trump supporters mad at you, bruh, man, listen, man, that's the honestly that. But think about it. Who's gonna still buy his shoes? Not all publicity is good publicity, contrary to popular belief. Because Trump,
I don't know, man.
Trump is showing us a new era of division. I'm not saying, I ain't trying to get on the politics, but like, yo, a line has been drawn. Kaepernick doesn't have a job. Like, no matter. Listen, one thing about Kaepernick, he's probably going to be heralded years from now. But right now, who's paying his bills?
Well, I mean, he's made millions.
Man,
NFL,
it ain't NBA millions. Did he make it to his big contract?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know off the top of my head.
Now, I'm not sitting there not supporting Kaepernick and what he stood for, or knelt for. Sorry, what he knelt for.
Quite the opposite.
Quite the opposite. But I'm not saying I don't support, and I just think that there needs to be a conversation on both sides to bring clarity, so that when stuff like LaVar happens against a Trump, people have a better understanding. But honestly, bro, I think there's so much gray area when it comes to dialogue about politics and what you stand for in certain people groups that I think is very dangerous for LaVar, man. Now, will he survive? I think he will, because he's an entrepreneur. He's going to survive. But man, the three people that you're banking your success off of, Lonzo's not performing well and might not perform well for the 2 years. The middle child is going to burn out the whole China situation, so your publicity from that's going to go down. We're going to see how he balls, but he's probably going to be at UCLA for all 4 years.
Yeah, he's not that good.
And then LaMelo, we got to wait 3 years to see what he can do.
Right.
He's not even playing high school ball right now.
Which he's made some good moves. I don't know about that one, man. Like, he's gonna get forgot about. Like, I'm just being honest.
Honestly, man. Honestly, exactly. Honestly, man. That's why I think the spotlight is too hot for LaVar. It's too enticing for him. I think his intentions are pure. I just think that what he's doing right now, maybe 5 to 10 years from now, he may have some regrets. It's one thing to make moves in a moment. When you make moves in a moment and you hot and everybody's clicking on you and looking at you, you get lost in a moment. But then moments later, a few months later, you're going to look back and be like, that really wasn't good for business.
Right. The biggest thing I think that he has done wrong is just the amount of hype that he put on Lonzo. Because excuse me. I think Lonzo's going to be a good player, but he's not the next LeBron. Like, he's not the next KD or Magic Johnson.
That's Ben Simmons.
Exactly. But he's been, propping him up like he's that, and he's not. I think he's gonna be a good player. But, it takes, especially point guards, it normally takes them a couple years. So exactly. So, if he had just kind of scaled back a little bit, hey, Lonzo's good. He's going to be a really good NBA player. I think he will eventually, be going head to head with the top point guards in the league. Cool. You know what I'm saying? But when he's still in college and you talking about he would murder Steph Curry, that means we expected him to come in. Oh, he's dropping 20, 10, and 5 a game. Like, well, that's what we expected.
Exactly.
Because that's what Steph gives you more than that. So,
and I think there's nothing wrong with hype with honesty. Like, if you hyping your son up with the same level of honesty to go with it, then it'll be a little bit more digestible to us, because then we had this elevated expectation of Lonzo. And my thing is, which I heard recently on some sports analysts, they were saying that if you coach your son, why is your son poor at pick and roll, and why is his jump shot the way it is? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're a great marketer, but man, everyone knows it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to raise a great athlete. And if you understand, hey, I may just be the fuel to motivate my son, but all we saw was them in the backyard. All we saw was them at the back of their house. We didn't see no trainers. We just saw pickup. Now, anybody's 6'7", 6'8" with, I think he's 6'6", 6'7", with an awareness like that as a point guard. But man, I don't know where that killer instinct. I think he has a killer instinct. I just think, man, he's facing grown men that smell blood.
Right.
And they know you don't got that.
And it wouldn't be like that if it wasn't for LaVar putting that target on his back. Because again, he's not doing terrible. He's averaging what, like 9,
he's not
7,
terrible.
and 7, which
terrible.
is not bad for a rookie. He's had 2 triple doubles already, so he's not terrible.
He's not terrible.
But it's just his dad put so much pressure and such a target on his back. Like Patrick Beverley came out. I mean, he was picking that dude up from the time he got the ball from the inbound.
Beverley was like, listen, I might not be in this league long. I want a shoe deal. I want some money. And I got you first opening night.
Oh,
they see food when they see Lonzo.
That was going to end badly. Exactly.
And when he walked away from his team fighting.
Oh, I meant to talk about
that right there I'm like, look, bruh, get out of that LA vibe, bruh. Get out of that LA vibe, bruh. Like, there's certain unwritten rules in sports, bruh. Fake that, bruh. You gotta fake that, bruh.
That's that Chino Hills right there.
There we go. That's that Chino Hills. Like,
that's that Chino Hills. You know nobody's gonna fight, but you have to make it look like you are there for your teammates.
Yes.
Like, you can't just look at it and just walk away. Like, you can't do that. If I'm a teammate, I'd be mad.
Yeah, I'd be mad. I mean, shoot, you remember when Van Gundy was wrapped around Lonzo Mourning's leg?
Exactly.
You gotta go find you a place somewhere in the fight. Even you gotta wrap.
You have to.
You have to. But you walked off?
Because that's
Chino Hills, bro.
I mean, that's that Chino Hills, man. That's God.
I'm just saying, man. I think LaVar got to be careful, man. Leave Trump alone. Keep doing what you're doing. Be an entrepreneur. You know, give people their shoes. Give everybody their shoes. You know, they ordered a year ago. Get everybody their shoes.
They ordered a year ago.
Get them their shoes, and make a great.
AJE.
Yeah.
I know you got them ZO2s on order, man.
Bruh, but you know what?
I know you dropped that $4.95.
Bruh, I ain't dropped no $4.95, man. You know what I've been. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. Shout out to N1, man. Shout outs to N1. Man, listen. N1 shoes, man. I bought me some N1 shoe. They look like Kanye's
some Yeezys.
They look like Yeezy. They got the little foam thing at the bottom.
Oh,
amazing. N1, listen, I know we've forgotten you. I remember when I used to get in lines to get the mixtape from Finish Line or Foot Action, where it was. I remember you guys being at the top of the basketball pinnacle, right when everybody was fighting against Allen Iverson and tattoos. You said, no, keep your tats. Keep your cornrows. Keep your carrying crossovers. Keep those.
Right.
Y'all made a good shoe, man. That's a great shoe, man. If you listen to this right now, N1, listen. Now, let me stop. I ain't trying to be sponsored by N1. Never mind.
Josh, are you currently in 2017 rocking N1s?
Bruh, listen, man. Listen. You cheap. I'm frugal, man. I'm an entrepreneur, man. You just got to do what you got to do, man.
All right. I'm going to be honest. I thought I had the title of you are rocking N1s to play in real basketball games, right?
No. I got Nikes for those. I got KDs for the hardwood, bro.
Oh, okay.
These were work shoes, bro. Come on, bro.
Okay.
You got to get context, but I work at a Title I school in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, absolutely.
Even though the kids pick on me, Even though they
Right.
laugh and be like, Mr. Azzy, where's your J's? What are those? I've been hearing
Oh, I
that.
know they be roasting.
Oh, they be
too.
roasting me.
I know they.
But listen.
What are those?
But listen, I be telling them little kids, man.
Hey, kids these days don't remember when N1 was actually.
They don't know what N1 was, but I bet you they don't got no stocks in nothing. I bet you that $180 they put in them J's.
Mr. Ezzy?
Listen, man,
What
they
are those?
what are those? Let me show you my portfolio. Let me show you some business that I own. Listen,
Right.
Instead of asking your mama to buy you Jordans, you got to ask your mama, can I put that 180 in an account? Can I invest it in a listen, them kids better not, they always come for me, but I always come right back. I clap right back with some wisdom that they don't understand yet.
Right.
I be clapping back and it be some good stuff, and they still just be laughing at my shoes. And I'm like, I shake my head and be like, one day.
On deaf ears right now.
You said what?
I said that wisdom is falling on deaf ears right now.
Definitely deaf ears, man. Some of my greatest material, man, be on deaf ears with them kids. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
What else you got to say about LaVar, man? That's it.
That's about it, man. I mean, I like what he's doing overall, but
yeah. But I think he has to think legacy now. He has to have the mindset of a legend right now. I don't want him to be a trend. I don't want him to be something that was, you know how someone had a great 2017, but 2018 it was over.
Right.
Like, he has to be mindful that, you know, am I putting out a good product? Is my son putting out a good product? Like, if you came in now, if you're the product, then by all means do what you got to do. But at the same time, you don't want to lose your mission and what got you started.
That's true. Because I think what he's doing could be, like, you know what I mean, like, really monumental, especially for us as African Americans, like realizing that we can start our own businesses and we can profit. You know what I mean? We don't have to let the man, you know,
what he's doing is revolutionary, man. And I was inspired. I was on that same wavelength before there was a LaVar, man. Like, I was like, man, I want people to understand the beauty of ownership. Like, going out there and I got turned down by 2 book publishers. That didn't stop me. I started my own publishing company. Like, you got to be out there and you got to be able to go out there and say, if you don't do it for me, I'm going to do it for myself. First off, you got to make such a habit of doing it for yourself that when someone doesn't do it for you, you still do it for you. And everybody's looking for that.
Or even in his case, when they are offering to do it for you, because Lonzo could have easily had, you know, shoe deals with Nike, Adidas, or Under Armour.
But do you think
LaVar was like, no.
But do you think they had a good enough? Do you think they have a good enough product to make it? Big Baller Brand is different than Under Armour, though.
I don't know because I haven't, you know, played in the shoes or anything like that. I mean, they look decent. They don't look bad.
No, they don't look bad at all. I want to know what's their next plan? What's their next wave?
Right. Can they realistically take over, you know, the major shoe companies?
Nah, man. Under Armour,
I don't know.
Nah, because honestly, we must protect this house. Just do it.
Woo. But you know what? I mean, I don't think he necessarily has to be deemed a success. Like,
no.
Like you said, there's a lot of pride in ownership, and you could end up not selling as many sneakers overall. But if you own more of a percentage of what you're bringing in, you could end up making.
I think what they're doing is a genius idea. I just don't want it to. I care about longevity. Like, I respect it in principle. But as far as potential, that's where I hope that there's. It seems like he has a solid team, but I just want to make sure that, you know, not I'm a important person. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that, you know, I want to make sure that the product that he puts out is transcendent, is still here 10 years from now.
Right.
Versus that you heard about Big Baller Brand. I got my big check and I left, you know?
Right.
We did this and we left, or are we going to really make the sacrifices like a Kaepernick did, like a Muhammad Ali have made? Not necessarily as in politics or whatever, but in like, no, because you saw what happened to Fubu and one. You see what I'm saying?
Well, and one
we've seen
apparently still doing pretty good because you're still rocking.
No, but that's just me, and that's me being frugal. That's me sewing a nice shoe for $14.95, and I can get 2 pair for a third of a price of a nice shoe, and I'm able to walk in them. But we've seen this before with Fubu. We've seen this before with N1. The thing is not about, making a mark in history. It's about being historic. And historic means like, I didn't have a moment, man, this thing outlasts me. That's why I be seeing these ministers and these preachers and these young guys start these ministries and have people competing against me, talking about me, and then where are they at right now? Like if God gave you a ministry, you never close it. You can never close your calling. That's you. You are your calling. And so when people start these movements and ministries and businesses, time would prove to us if it's legit. Because if you really about it, you make the adjustments. You may have had a bad year, but you make the adjustments. So my goal is to see, are they going to make the adjustments? Are they going to make the adjustments to say, you know what, maybe I should tone it down, because it was good to be hyped like this in the beginning. But since we got this wave now with President Trump mentioning us, let's capitalize versus competing against. Let's capitalize on this wave. Be smart and move wisely. Or Big Baller Brand is going to be in Walmart, and I'm going to get that $4.95 shoe for a good price of $14.95.
For the hood price. Oh man,
that's what I'm saying, man. If he's not careful, I'm going to be like, oh, Big Baller Brand at Walmart.
I'm not gonna lie, like I could totally see that happening.
We've seen,
and that's not even to say that would be a bad move, because if he could get in Walmart, I mean, business wise, that's. But you
seen what they doing with what's his name, the #1 athlete in China. What was he starting?
Marbury?
Stephon Marbury, yeah.
Yeah.
They're laughing at him. Who's wearing Marburys?
I mean, look, they were cheaply made and they were priced cheaply as well. So, I mean, you're not going to get any NBA players to wear those joints on the court.
My thing is, you can't. If you want to change the sneaker game, you got to change the mindset of the consumer. The mindset of the consumer is still identifying themselves with logos instead of their own identity. People's value is based upon the emblem on their car, the emblem on their shoes, the emblem on their necklace, their emblems. This makes me. So therefore, the value goes up because we have been devalued as a human race. When we're devalued, we put more value in fabrics and aluminum than we do our own selves. If you want to get people to say, hey, I'm not going to pay this much for a shoe, I'm going to do something good quality for the common man, the common person, then you got to increase the value of the people instead of devaluing the people to keep them cash flow coming in.
As the great psalmist Kanye West
What'd he say?
They made us hate ourselves.
Exactly.
And love they. Just thought.
Bro, that's real, and that's why they silenced Kanye. Let me stop. Before we get banned on our first episode. I'm too.
We just came back, Jay. We just came back.
I don't want the Illuminati on us, man. Kanye, I'm praying for you, bro. Well, I'll try. If I remember you, I got you, Kanye. I don't want to say I'm praying for someone that don't pray for him for like a couple weeks.
But nah, that's some real knowledge right there that you kicking in. It's true. It's true. We got a ways to come though. But
there's no way. It's
one day,
true.
Josh.
Man, no, it's not. I wish I could be optimistic, but the king, the ruler of this world system, is still about that life. Hopefully, you're right though. Let's be optimistic. I don't want to kill, because there may be that one person that can go out there and spark a revolution that gets people to change the culture. That's possible. You're right. That it is possible that we could change a culture in a certain sect of the marketplace and really get people. Because honestly, if we as a people decide no for something, they'll make the changes.
Mm-hmm.
If we say if Jordans are not coming off the shelves, Jordans would be $99.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's very true. We dictate the market.
We dictate the market, but they dictate our minds.
Exactly.
If you have the people's mind, you can determine the price in the marketplace. And that's what happens. Until people are freed in their mind through Christ, the gospel, when people's minds are set free and realizing that their worth is not the emblem on a product, but the spirit that God wants to put in them, man, then you'll be walking like kings and queens right now, talking about, I ain't gonna pay no $200 for no Jordans. What I look like?
Exactly.
And so I think that's what happens. I just think, man, I hope he does well. I hope he doesn't end up as another FUBU. And one, I hope he becomes legendary, not momentary.
My God. All right. That's enough about the Ball family.
Yeah, that's enough. I think we did good on that one.
In honor of the holiday season.
Yeah.
It's only right that we talk about Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Now, for those of the... absolutely. Now, for those loyal followers of the podcast, they are aware that food is a very important part of our discussions.
Sure is.
On the podcast and just in everyday conversation, we discuss food a lot. So, Thanksgiving gives us a ton to talk about. One thing I do want to discuss, I saw an article online, and it was talking about the different regions of the United States and what sides each region primarily partakes of on Thanksgiving. I thought it was interesting. Let me talk about it here. All right, so I'm pulling it up. So in the Northeast, which is where I am, like Maine, New York, Pennsylvania.
Regular green beans?
Actually, no.
Oh.
The number one side is squash.
What? Not squash casserole?
Not even squash casserole. Squash.
Squash?
Squash.
Bruh, they ain't put no butter and cheese in it? With some
no butter? Crumbles? I mean, look, it just says squash. And that's kind of where my mind initially went, because I was like, if you got, one of the mothers that can hook up some squash casserole, my mother being one of them.
Oh,
squash
man.
casserole is good. You know how to do it.
Listen, bro. You cannot mention your mom and not us give her the respect she deserves, bro.
Let us take a moment to give the proper respect. Dude.
Is right.
One of the greatest of all time.
No, she is the GOAT. I still my taste buds pause to give her respect. There's not a rice and beef tips on this planet. There's not. I'm telling you, Brandon Dixon's mom, Miss Dixon, if you hear me right now, I pray the Lord gives you a prophet's reward for taking care of the prophet, the man of God, for so many years. I pray the Lord gives you a prophet's reward, because those beef tips, man, you remember that day, man, when we was in your mom's dining room, man. And I'll let you tell the story better than I can, bro. But it was one of the greatest moments of my life, man. I think, I don't know, bro. I'll let you tell it.
You go ahead, Doug, because I don't know which one has been.
Man, I can't even remember either, bro. I just know that when I tasted that beef tip and rice.
Are you talking about the time when you took that taste and then you put your hands on your stomach and you lean back with your eyes closed? And
Man,
and then she asked you, Josh, how is it? Yes.
Well, I could have gave a word after that. I'm telling you.
We thought she was about to preach,
man. My eyes rolled back like I made love with a woman for the first time in my life. I've never tasted food that warmed the soul, that intrigued the mind, that made the taste buds go into wonder. I've never tasted another. I'm telling you, Miss Dixon is, man, listen, man. She needs to open up a restaurant immediately. Her food surpasses the love of women. I'm just joking.
Wow.
I know who's
with the word choice
catering.
you use.
I
mean, the poetry that you just dropped on is
man,
normally reserved for love songs. I'm gonna be honest.
Man, Miss Dixon, bruh. Man, bruh. No wonder your dad is. Never mind, I ain't gonna go that far. I ain't gonna go that far. No wonder Mr.
Let's
Dixon.
not get kicked off there.
No wonder there's still love in the Dixon household. My bad, man. Go ahead. I'm listening. Squash, casserole. Oh, squash.
Squash. No casserole. Squash.
That's sad.
So, moving on to, let's see, what is that? The Midwest?
Yeah, well,
which
that's
is like Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan. The number one side is rolls and biscuits.
Man, what's wrong with these people, man? They haven't had Thanksgiving yet, bro.
Well, look, there's nothing wrong with rolls and biscuits. I mean, they're
as the main side. As the main side, right, bro.
And that's where they lost me. Like, those are very important, but they're not the main side.
So you mean to tell me, before macaroni and cheese, before dressing, before sweet potato, before any of these other sides, the number one is squash and then a biscuit for the Midwest?
That's what it says.
I'm listening, bro. I'm getting upset.
So then you go over to I don't know what these states are called. It's like South Dakota, North Dakota, Kansas, Missouri.
The lost states.
Kind of something like Iowa. Yeah. Green beans. And they actually did throw casserole in there. So green bean casserole.
That makes me now know that it wasn't squash casserole. It was just squash.
Yeah, exactly. If there was any doubt, no, they did not mean casserole.
What's California? What about the West, bro? What they?
Here's where it gets depressing. So the West, and this spans from like Arizona, Colorado, all the way over. Salad.
Bro, they didn't poll black people, bro. They didn't poll black people.
Hey, I was like, I don't know. I question the validity.
Because one thing about black people, sides are transcendent. Black people sides, that's culture, bro. All these sides, I don't think they polled African Americans, bro.
Who did y'all ask? Because I haven't. Let me ask you this: have you ever had salad on Thanksgiving,
bruh? Only thing green is collards. Collard greens. I don't even think we have green beans. We don't even. I don't think I ever seen a green bean, a squash. Man, the roll. The only use for the roll for Thanksgiving. The reason why we leave the roll last for Thanksgiving. Is to pick up the rest of the juices from everything else.
My God.
To give respect one last moment before we go to our plate too. That's what that roll is for. And you talking about your rolls, the main dish. And you got all that great leftover residue from all these different other sides, and you don't got nothing to scoop it up, bro. Your last scoop is the roll, not a spoon or a fork. Man, they ain't poll black people. they didn't poll us, bro.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, salad.
Honestly, even with other cultures, even with white people and everybody else, I still don't see that on their plates.
I mean, I've been to, a couple of times I've swung by, some Caucasian houses for Thanksgiving.
Same here.
I don't even think I've seen salad.
I didn't see salad, bro. I didn't see salad. So
that's mind-boggling to me.
All right, man, I'm listening.
Moving on to the South, which is like Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana.
Hold on, that's disrespect, bro. That's not the South, bro. That's disrespect, man.
Well, I mean, geographically speaking,
that's Southwest, bro.
No, that's the South. Southwest is like California, Arizona.
Yeah.
New Mexico.
What was that?
Anyway.
Refried beans?
Cornbread.
I didn't know breads were sides, bro.
Yeah.
I'm getting upset, bro. Like I know y'all can hear. I'm serious. I'm like, bro. When bread was never a side, bro.
Yeah, it's like more of like an accessory, like like
I've seen more rolls left on plates than anything else. Well, It depends on what kind of roll it is. Anyway, I'm listening, man. So theirs is what now?
Cornbread.
That's horrible.
Cornbread. Yeah.
All right, man. Come back home, bro. Bring it back home, B. Bring it back
now,
home.
when you bring it on
South,
back
B.
to the Southeast,
bring it home, B. Bring it home.
Will you bring it to the people?
North Carolina. Bring it
North
home,
Carolina,
bro.
South Carolina, Georgia, Florida,
Master P.
Tennessee, Kentucky,
Petey Pablo,
Alabama. All right. Number one side.
Tallahassee Payne, T-Pain.
Number one side.
What's that?
Mac and cheese.
Hey, okay.
And to that I say there is hope.
There's hope for this country, man. There's
because
hope.
The rest of those sides, I mean, that's just downright depressing.
That's depressing, bro. You mean to tell me y'all probably didn't have nothing to be thankful for? Man, we're thankful for our sides when we get to Thanksgiving. Man, our mouths water a week before Thanksgiving, bro.
If your number one side on Thanksgiving is salad, then you have nothing to be thankful for.
You have nothing to be thankful for. You're vegans. You're vegetarians.
Vegans.
Man, y'all, listen, man. If I had 9 lives, then maybe I'll be vegan or vegetarian. One of those lives.
Right.
But, bruh,
I
only got one life, bruh. And I listen, man, I might not eat fried chicken every day, but, man, never.
On Thanksgiving?
Nah, they lying to us, bruh. These vegans be lying, bruh. Especially, I'm telling you, they be lying, bruh. You mean to tell me you gave up mama's chicken? Bruh, what did you do for Thanksgiving? When you went to Thanksgiving, what you? Oh, just give me. Oh, I can't have mac and cheese. Oh, I can't have this. Just give me a leaf. Give you a leaf?
Give me a leaf.
Bruh, go eat outside, man. You ain't eating in my house. Go out there by that tree and get you some leaves, bruh. Vegans. Man, I respect it. But, man, my grandma's 80 years old, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Listen, I'm not saying, people don't die from cardiovascular diseases and stuff like that. I'm not saying that, but man,
right.
Live.
I mean, how many more years are we talking? Like, if I go vegan.
Bruh, man, honestly, bruh, I tried vegan for like a week, bruh. I tried the Gardines. I mean, listen, they tried, man. The chicken tenders from the Gardine was pretty good. But, man, forever? Forever, man? You mean to tell me, man, I gotta deny everything that made me a man? I gotta deny everything that my mom ever fed me? Now, don't put no salt and stuff on it, but man, bruh. And when you bring it home to the South and they said mac and cheese, man, that's what I'm talking about, man. If you live in any one of these states, I need you to start a revolution right now. I need you to make sure this time next year, salad #1 in your area, California. Man, you got to make sure you New Yorkers that the number one thing up there ain't no goddamn squash. We ain't even add no casserole. You talking about squash with some liquid at the bottom, man. Cornbread bread is your number one side? What is y'all eating?
What are you eating with the bread?
With the bread? The only bread that you should be worrying about is the bread of life that fell from heaven.
My God.
That has to be bro, I got a message in my soul this morning. You mean to tell me, bro? No, man, that's disrespect for Thanksgiving, man.
I'm just glad we represented.
Man, listen, man, we could. Hey, yo, bro, we could have went either way, man. We could have went macaroni. We could have went yams. We could have went yams. I would have been pleased.
Right. There's so many good sides on Thanksgiving that are not on this map. Like, I just don't understand. None of those other things other than mac and cheese would be on my top 10. What's that?
What's that? Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie needs to be removed.
We don't acknowledge pumpkin pie.
If you acknowledge pumpkin pie, man, I ain't even gonna say what I was gonna say.
Pecan and sweet potato are the only pies that we will acknowledge.
You said which pies?
On Thanksgiving. Pecan and sweet potato. I tried
pecan for the first time, I think, last Thanksgiving. That was pretty good, bro. It ain't sweet potato pie level, though. But pecan pie is not bad at all, man. But pumpkin pie.
But if that's all you have in a pen, But pumpkin pie?
Pumpkin pie reminds you of those fancy restaurants that you pay $40, $50 for, and they only give your food only fits in the middle of the plate. That's what pumpkin pie.
Right. That's
Sweet
about what it is.
Potato pie, man. Please,
man. J.E., did you have a homemade sweet potato pie this year, or did you have a patty pie?
Man, I ain't no patty pie, man. Patty pie. Patty's pie from Patty's house might be good, but that commercial stuff from the store, man.
You not feeling the patty
pies? Patty pie one time. It was last year though, man. It don't got nothing. I mean, factory made ain't like man made, bro. No. Factory made is not like mama made, bro.
No.
So that's what I'm saying. If I'm comparing it,
it's straight.
If I'm comparing it to another store bought sweet potato pie, then yeah, Patty wins that. But when you compare it to Mama's pie and you saw the sweat, blood, and tears Mama had to go through, you saw you was there as a baby boy. You know when you sat in the front, man, you could put your leg through the cart, and you saw Mama pick them potatoes, sweet potatoes, bruh, man. I was raised on that. Now I wasn't raised in Patty's house, so
right. Okay.
Well, see, my bad. I get passionate about food, man. I got so much respect for food, man. So much respect, man.
We have the utmost respect for food here on the Good Guys Podcast.
And I will listen. I might be considered by the time I leave this earth as one of the top analysts, respected individual when it comes to understanding food and flavor, man. That's why if I wasn't called to be a preacher, if I wasn't called for the highways and byways of the kingdom of God, I would be called to the highways and byways of diners, dive-ins, and dives, my brother.
Wow. You would have your own show, huh?
I'm thinking about vlogging my food experience, man, because I had one of the best pizzas in my life today.
Really?
Mod Pizza. M-O-D
Pizza.
Pizza. The Chipotle of pizza.
Mod Pizza.
I'm telling you right now, man. Amazing.
And this is in Charlotte?
All around the world. I mean, all around America. The thing about it, BD, it's a flatbread. Not flatbread, but it's a thin pizza. So if you're looking for all the calories, this is for people who are watching a calorie intake and whatnot, right? For $7.87, you get an 11-inch pizza, right?
Okay.
Unlimited toppings. And the price doesn't change.
Okay. All right.
You start off with your...
What kind of toppings
we talking about all kind of toppings, all kinds. We talking about... You start off with your cheese. First off, you start off with what kind of crust do you want? Do you want gluten-free or the regular? See, I get the gluten-free because your boy, we trying to make sure we make it to the evening, okay? When you get the gluten-free, you choose your sauce. You could do pesto, you could do tomato, you can do olive oil. I chose the olive oil, the olive oil, they spread it with some olive oil. Then I chose some garlic, so they put some garlic down in there. And I asked for some spinach, put some spinach down there, and then they topped it with the cheese, right? Mozzarella. All these ingredients are fresh ingredients, right? So basically, once they got it through the line, then you have like maybe 12 different meats to choose from, B. So I chose chicken, but I said, you know what? J.E., man, I know all the rules and behind the scenes of what to do when it comes to ordering, right? So the natural instinct of myself was like, can you double the chicken? My man looked at me in my eyes, man. I ain't never felt a connection like that when it came to a man or a woman behind the counter. But when that man told me, bruh, you want me to double it or triple it? I said triple that chicken, bruh, because you saw me. You saw me as I am. You understood me. you understood it. If I asked a question, I don't just want a double portion. I'm not gonna let go until you bless me, okay? I need you to bless me with 3 rounds of that good succulent chicken, all right? Put the chicken on there, bro. I said, man, I forgot to ask if I could add some pesto to it, man. My man said, man, now don't worry about the cheese have been laid. Don't worry if the chicken has been laid. I can dazzle you with some pesto on the pizza at the moment. I said, brother, dazzle me with some more of that pesto on top of the cheese. Make that thing, give me some flavor. Make that pesto bring the olive oil and its fragrance and its taste to the top echelon of the pizza, bring it up to the surface. And then when he slid it on down, the lovely lady, I think her name was Kelly, she looked me in the eyes, a young white lady, and she said, what else would you like on top of your pizza? I looked down, B, and I saw feta cheese down there. Now, you know feta. Anyone who knows feta is one of the main ingredients that can really pull everything together. Then they put it in the oven. The oven is heated to 1,000+ degrees, and your pizza is done in 3 to 4 minutes. And when I tell you, BD, I ain't never tasted pizza like this in my life. First off, I don't feel full. I don't feel heavy. I got all even the trip, but the chicken. I mean, it wasn't like thick piece of chicken. It was like real good, real nicely cut chicken, right? And I put mushrooms on top of it as well, man. But they had artichoke. They had a lot of roasted vegetables, man. They had roasted broccoli, roasted corn, roasted garlic. I mean, it was just a great experience, man. If you got a mod pizza in your area, I'm telling you right now, go and bless yourself. I know you've been serving your local church, your local community. I know you've been serving your family. I know you've been doing a lot for people. But I want you to do this for yourself. I'm telling you right now, B. That
sounds like a pretty intense experience.
Yeah, bro. Great experience, man. And I also got their cinnamon strips. BD. I don't even gotta say nothing else. You respect, bro. I put you on so many food places in your life, bro. Your life hasn't been the same since I have been coaching you on your food experiences, man. You need to go to Mod Pizza. Customize your pizza. They got 4-inch, 6-inch pizzas for the kids for $4.97. So it's by you being cheap, man. You can get you a nice little, you and your wife can share one pie. Get the little baby half of the fours. You know what I'm saying? I know how cheap you are, man. But the fact that they give you unlimited toppings should be enticing to you, because I know you probably only let your kid only get half of a topping. You probably tell them don't even give them all the pepperoni. Can you cut that pepperoni in half and then place it around? I brought my own ketchup. Can you pour this on there? Because I don't want to pay extra for no sauce.
Wow. I don't need the pesto. Just go ahead and pour some of this.
Do you mind if I hop the counter and make this myself? Do I get?
Matter of fact, if it'll just save me $1 or $2, I can do this myself.
If it saves me $1 or $2, can I go ahead and just put this on? Thank you. Appreciate you.
Oh man! Shout out to My Pizza.
My Pizza, man. I need a sponsorship, bro.
Like, come on.
Listen, man. LeBron got Blaze. Let me get Mod, bro.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than that from an advertising standpoint than what you just gave us, Josh.
You will be getting this clip sent to you, Mod. The Mod headquarters, you're going to get this clip sent to you.
Send the clip to Mod. I think we've got an endorsement.
I think so, man.
For the Good Guys podcast.
Yep.
All right, staying on the topic of Thanksgiving, we're going to finish off the podcast.
Man, one's got to go, bro.
One's got to go.
Oh.
All right, so this week, of course, is the Thanksgiving edition. So we're going to go with Thanksgiving sides.
All right.
Now, we just looked at the map of these inexplicable sides that people are saying are important. Right now, man. I don't think I've ever eaten any of those sides other than mac and cheese on Thanksgiving a day in my life. No. However, our one gotta go edition consists of the following.
Okay.
One of these has got to go. You'll never eat it again in your life.
Okay. I'm ready for it.
Mac and cheese.
Oh, we keeping that.
Yam.
Oh, we keeping that too.
Stuffing.
Hold up, that. Hold up, bro. Why? What kind of list is this, bro?
What kind of list?
I'm sweating now, dog. I'm sweating. What's the fourth one?
And wait, that's not a side. Hold up, I gotta think of a fourth side. I had turkey on there.
Oh, turkey gotta go. Turkey gotta go, bro.
Yeah,
I'm allergic to
and that's
turkey.
why I'm not gonna put it on. Oh well, that's too easy then. Okay. We got to think of a fourth side. All right, mac and cheese, yams, stuffing, and dang, I feel like the fourth one is just going to be the one that's going to go.
What's the fourth one?
I don't know. Because those three,
man, I don't even think I'd be alive today without without all three on my plate.
How about?
Bruh, is there any other sides? Any other sides besides those three is not going to make it,
right?
Bro.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. Those three, one gotta go.
One's gotta go.
One's gotta go, because anything those are like the holy grail. Like outside of those four, it's just complementary sides. Like
yeah,
you know
the rest
what I mean?
of them is like
the cranberry. You need, you want to mix it with the turkey and the mashed potatoes. The mashed potatoes. You got the gravy that brings everything together. But those three, the collards.
Let me throw something out there.
Okay.
Let me throw something out there, B. It's based upon where I'm eating.
Okay.
Because not all macaroni and cheese are made the same. Not all dressings are made the same. Not all yams are made the same. One's got to go for when it comes to Thanksgiving, because every Thursday I go on tour. Every Thanksgiving I go on tour, man. People always ask me, "Do you cook?" What do I like? I cook. I'm surrounded by moms, aunts, women, people that adore me, people that stuff me more than they stuff their turkey. No, I don't cook.
Mm-hmm.
So it's based upon where I'm going, man. But overall, which one has to go?
This is Thanksgiving for the rest of your life. No matter what house you go to.
It depends on what two mixes well together. Thanksgiving is about mixing your sides, bro. I mix my sides everywhere I go.
Absolutely.
But, man, mac and cheese, oh, man.
One's got to go.
Macaroni and cheese got to stay just for the culture, man.
Right.
Just for the culture, mac and cheese got to stay.
Right. Yams or stuffing. Candied yam.
Why do you call it stuffing? Hold on, bruh. Stuffing and dressing.
Stuffing, dressing.
No, stuffing and dressing. Stuffing is store-bought. Dressing is mixed ingredients. Bruh, stop being politically correct, man.
That's how you
you're really losing your street credibility right now, man. Stuffing is what
think that I am.
Stuffing is a brand. It's what you buy at the store.
No, it's not.
It's what you buy at the store.
No, it's not. I beg to differ.
No. Everyone listening right now, please comment below. Wherever you listen, comment below. Don't and write down which one's right, and that's dressing.
It's the same
stuffing.
thing.
So do you stuff dressing?
What do you mean? Do you stuff it? No, you stuff. Some people put it in the turkey. You
never sing dressing stuffed in the turkey. You sing stuffing stuffed in the turkey.
It's the same.
Oh man, that's what the man wants you to think, man. That's what the man wants you to think, bro. No,
you got
why do you think
stuffing or you got dressing?
No,
some people call it.
Why do you think they call it stuffing?
Because some people stuff it in the turkey.
Those people's stuffings are not good. What you have been eating has been dressing. If it's good, dressing is the turkey necks, the gizzards. It's the different things that you mix and mash together and you stick it in the oven. You don't put that inside of a turkey.
Now look, man, I've never had it put inside of a turkey. Okay, but
is your stuffing? So does your stuffing have meat in it?
Absolutely. That's dressing. The chicken gizzards, the necks, all of that.
That's dressing, B. Stuffing is just you know when you go to the store and you see the bag that says stuffing. It's like it's almost like you just add water. That's it.
Right.
That's stuffing.
And that's absolutely like we don't acknowledge that.
That's stuffing.
Here on the Good Guys podcast.
That's stuffing.
I don't even know what that's called. Like I don't even call that stuffing.
Dressing.
No.
Is a beautiful thing, bro.
All right. So we're engaging in semantics right now. The important thing is which one of these has got to go, because I feel like
I am. That's what I'm doing.
It's a decision that you're gonna have to make right now.
Man, bro. The two things that rarely ever failed me in life,
and
you can pretty much get through any one of these two things, despite who cooks it, you can kind of make it through. Is macaroni and cheese and dressing. Yams will have to go because my feelings have been. I think I've had more bad yams than I have good yams because people don't know how to cook them.
Okay.
People don't know how to make them. Honestly,
true.
What sucks about yams when you have a good yams, they are the number one ingredient in the mixture. They are the base.
Right.
That's why I was gonna go dressing and yams because of what dressing and yams do together. Macaroni and cheese really can't mix with everything. You know, it just.
I beg to differ because that is my favorite mix is macaroni and cheese.
It just depends, man. If it's cheesy, then you can mix it.
Well, I mean, it's macaroni and cheese.
Nah, but not everybody. Not everybody. Some people got a certain limit when it comes to their cheese. You need someone to put cheese. When it's time to put cheese on the macaroni, you need somebody that has no filter, has maybe just got out of prison, maybe just they just don't stop. You just keep putting cheese on it, right?
Prison mac and cheese.
Some people, never mind. I don't want no prison mac and cheese, man. What I'm saying is, some people's macaroni and cheese. You know what? You know what people's missing in macaroni and cheese? I know the podcast is going kind of long, but I know y'all enjoying this.
Mm-hmm.
Is that texture stuff that's in the mix of it? It's not runny, but it's like a build up all in the macaroni and cheese. Like it's its own thing in the cheese, right? So you got the noodles, you got the cheese, but there's this substance amongst it.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking
right
about.
there that makes macaroni and cheese mixable.
Okay. All right.
But bro,
so you
honestly, turkey has to go.
No. You said stuffing. I mean, you said yams.
Bro, none of them gotta go, bro. This is my life.
Yeah.
This is my life. Okay. I am one half of this podcast, and I have my rights. You should have.
I think we have set a record.
You should have been more prepared with a good fourth one.
No, because that's the thing. The fourth one was automatically gonna go.
Squash has to go. Cornbread.
Squash is what has to go. Salad is what has to go. None of those three.
None of those three gotta go, but the rest of y'all country can go. Y'all can leave. Leave the union. Just leave the union. You have the audacity.
The seed from the United States.
Thanksgiving.
Matter of fact, the whole Western. The whole West. Just
had the nerve
just a seed.
Disrespect Thanksgiving. I don't even want to ask your Christmas traditions. I'm pretty sure y'all's Christmas traditions are whack too. I don't know. It's like that's so disrespectful to Thanksgiving. Your number one seed from your conference, the winner of your conference, to play mac and cheese in the finals. You give us squash. It's uncircumcised squash. That's uncircumcised.
Wait, what?
Defies the traditions of Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all really proud of that, man? Are y'all really proud of that?
I'm gonna make this quick because we've gone kind of long on the podcast.
Hey, man, the people love.
Mine is going to be.
Is that one?
I'm gonna have to.
Is that one of your sons?
I'm gonna have to stay.
Is that one of your sons in the background? Or was that SpongeBob?
Is it? Yeah. No, that's gonna be my son.
Okay, go. I'm listening. Go ahead. Which one's got to go?
I'm gonna have to say. I'm gonna have to stay stuffing.
Because you've been eating stuffing. If he had dressing wouldn't be leaving.
No. Hey, look, man, I'm with you. Like none of these.
Gotta go. Honestly, go. A bad dressing is bad dressing, bro.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. So you know what? I take mine back, bro. Because honestly, bro, everybody else's dressing must go, but my mama's. How about that? My mama and Dixon's dressing can stay, but everybody else's can go.
I think that's why it had to go for me. Because if you're telling me that there's only one side that I can never have again for Thanksgiving,
you can get rid of dressing.
I have to factor in how many people make this side.
Yeah, get rid of dressing
I don't like everybody.
Nah, dressing. Yeah, get rid of dressing, man. Yeah, get rid of dressing because You know, there's other sides that can mix really well with mac and cheese and yams. Dressing gotta go. Dressing gotta go because some of y'all's dressings be dry. Some of y'all's dressings be like the manna in the wilderness. Y'all's dressings be so dry, man, that like, bruh, almost how many men almost died this Thanksgiving because of dry dressing?
It's a national epidemic. It's a problem that must be solved.
Of black. I'm joking.
But so yeah.
Hey man.
That's one that gotta go.
Anything else, man?
All right.
I gotta leave him with a motivational moment with Coach Josh, bro.
Oh, go ahead.
Motivational. Since we released this podcast on Mondays, I might call this Motivational Moment with Coach Josh. Sponsored by Unplug. Every Thursday night. 3646 Central Avenue. Charlotte, North Carolina.
Time and the address. Go ahead.
Hey, man, I just want to motivate you guys, man, to understand the importance of finishing the year strong, man. How you finish 2017 will determine how you start 2018. Listen, I know you've been full. I know you ate a great meal. I know you guys are excited about Christmas, but do not get lost in the Christmas holiday that you forget about your craft. I want you guys to make sure you double down on what you're supposed to do. All these New Year's resolutions, some of them have been touched all year. Now it's time to get the momentum going, moving you guys to finish 2017 strong. Listen, I got a lot of great things coming out 2018. I'm focused. I'm ready. But I don't want you guys starting a new year with a work undone, a work that's 2 years old. Listen, get those ideas out of your mind and don't allow these negative things to cause you to be inactive. Go out there and make it happen. Greater see that's in you than anything in the world that's against you. I want you guys to tackle those goals, set some goals, finish this year strong. Do not worry about how much of the year you have wasted. Focus on the rest of the year that you have left. Finish strong, and I'll see you guys in 2018. Actually, next week on this podcast and every Thursday in between. But I want to see you guys succeeding in 2018, starting strong, accomplishing goals, making things happen. That's all I got, B.
That's what it is. So, we appreciate that Monday motivational nugget that you just gave, J.E.
Yeah.
And that's all we got for the podcast this week. Guys, we are back, all right? We're going to hold it down this time. Made it through 2 episodes last season.
Listen, let me tell you something, guys. It wasn't my fault, okay? The reason why these podcasts... I'll
take the blame for that.
BD, he's one of those guys that waits for perfect conditions to get things started. I said, man, man. We got to give the people what they want, man. I love the Lord. I love the scriptures. But I want people to hear my perspectives outside of the text. I want people to hear what I got to say about LaVar and Trump and Zoe. Oh, man, you mean to tell me what the whole... Nah, bruh. You ain't slick, BD. Kyrie...
Hey, get it. We'll get to it next week.
Kyrie...
We'll get to it next week.
Kyrie Irving is the second GOAT of all time.
Oh, my God. Yeah, we're definitely going to say that for next week.
Because LeBron James is no longer king.
Anyway,
Kyrie.
we appreciate y'all tuning in
King
to
Kyrie.
the Good Guys podcast.
King
it's
Kyrie.
Season 2. We back. We'll see y'all next week.
You saw Kyrie.
We
are
out.
You saw Kyrie cross all of Indiana yesterday. BD.
Podcast is over.